Hey guys, I'm Kaya, and this is the episode of Yellow Spandex that I've been waiting for. Harley Quinn is hands down my favorite comic book character ever. She's my favorite, anything character ever. She's brilliant, deadly, and she's just, fun to watch.
Whoa, mama, check out the cute hitchhiker.
And her relationship with the Joker has revealed mountains of depth and emotion that I'd never experienced in a supervillain before. It also doesn't hurt that she's had some of the coolest costumes in comic history. So grab your giant mallet and dip those pigtails because I'm about to take you through the evolution of Harley Quinn. Usually we start with the comics since that's where most superheroes get their start, but that's too boring of an origin for Harley, so let's begin where she did in cartoons. If you check out our episode of Yellow Spandex on Batman cartoons, you'll know what a huge fan I am of the animated series. That's where Harley first appeared in the 1992 episode called Joker's Favor. Writer Paul Dini wanted to diversify the Joker's workforce, but he was struggling to find the right personality for his new henchwoman character. For inspiration, he dug up a videotape of his old college friend, Arleen Sorkin. She once played the comic relief on Days of Our Lives, including a dream sequence where she dressed up as a medieval court jester.
I'm on at the roll, let's get it!
He took one look at her in clown makeup and realized she'd be the perfect voice and personality for Joker's right-hand woman, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, aka Harley Quinn. I'm obsessed with her original costume design. It's so brilliantly simple and elegant. A full body red and black jumpsuit decked out with playing card diamonds, some nice ruffles on the collar and the wrists, and a big old jester hat to top it off. I almost got a Harley Quinn diamond tattoo on my thigh before Suicide Squad came out and ripped off that idea for me, but it's fine. I still might get it, who knows, I don't know. Maybe, TBD. It's a killer design, but it doesn't just look cool. It fit perfectly with everything we'd later learned about the character. Harley's so infatuated with the Joker that she basically gave up her own identity and handed it to him. She stuffed herself into skin-tight spandex and painted her face because that's what her puddin' likes. You know he doesn't like?
Happy anniversary, Mr. J.
Harley, I'm not in the party mood.
And that costume was pretty much her only look for years, outside of sightings in civilian clothes. She wore it in the Gotham Girls web series and the Batman too. I like how they use the bigger jester hat, kind of like faux hair, because she flip it and shit, it's actual hair. It's really cool. She doesn't really have a costume in The Brave and the Bold, but I happen to be in love with flapper dresses, so that's fine with me. There's also a cute little appearance of Batmite in a Harley Quinn jester outfit, which is really cute, and it also is who wore it better? Not Batmite. There are a couple of decent one-off outfits in the animated movies too, like a sleeveless version of her classic look in Assault on Arkham, and an extremely creepy rendition of her New 52 outfit in Gods and Monsters, which I'm not afraid of, I just don't get it, but someone likes it, just not me. She returned to the classic jester costume in the new Justice League action cartoon, which is actually one of my favorites. I don't know, I think it's cute. Not as cute as her DC superhero girls look, but I like it.
Got a present for you!
In the cartoons, Harley has always been more of a cute kind of character, you want to go, oh, look at her trying to commit mass murder.
Oh, and what are you gonna do? Spank us?
That's right, pigs! And here's the paddle!
In the video games, not so much.
Loser, loser, loser! Ha!
In 2009, Harley got her first major redesign in Batman Arkham Asylum. Her iconic hat is nowhere to be found. Instead, she's got two giant pigtails that resemble its old shape.
Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform?
It's also the first time she sported some new colors, throwing blue into the mix of red and black. She's got some cool nurse gear to fit into the asylum thing, giant boots and a tight corset showing off way more than I was used to with that jester outfit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan at first. Look, I'm human, I don't like change.
Ow! Break a grandmother's heart. I hope they throw the book at you.
Oh, shut up, Nana Harley.
And these were some pretty big ones, clearly driven by sex appeal, but they also helped change the way I perceive my favorite character. She's not just a one-note sidekick for Mr. J to slap around. It's the first time I really saw her as a villain in her own right. She's in the process of liberating herself, and she's doing it with flair, and I can live with that. In the sequel Arkham City, she ditched the mask and debuted that dip ponytail look that Margot Robbie later made famous. I'm also a big fan of her morning outfit from the DLC. By Arkham Knight, she's gone full gothic Lolita, which works with the story, but no spoilers, just go play the game. Her Injustice 2 costume took a lot of cues from her Suicide Squad look, including the jacket and the baseball bat. We'll get to live action later, but first we should talk about the comics. After appearing in Mad Love and the animated tie-in Batman Adventure comics, DC finally brought Harley into the main canon in the 1999 comic Batman Harley Quinn. For years, she continued wearing the Jester costume. Then in 2011, inspired by her Arkham outfit, she got a makeover as part of the New 52 relaunch. The hat was replaced by a half-and-half dye job, and somehow they managed to make her costume even skimpier. I guess to make up for it, DC had Joker throw her into a chemical vat so she wouldn't have to bother with all that tedious face paint anymore. It must make her mornings way easier. Her redesign was pretty controversial, but it didn't look too exploitative when drawn by artists like Amanda Connor, who gave her more of a roller derby-inspired twist. She looks happier and she looks like less sexy and more just like fun. Like if Harley's like costume design isn't fun, it's not Harley. She's recently started to incorporate even more elements from the Arkham games and Suicide Squad movie. Speaking of which, let's wrap this up with Harley in live action.
Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya. Love your perfume. What is that, the stench of death?
Harley Quinn was actually going to appear in the sequel to Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher's Batman Unchained in 1999. Rumor has it that Madonna and Courtney Love were up for the role. Her actual live-action debut was on Birds of Prey, a short-lived TV show centered around Gotham's lady crime fighters. She's way more of like a manipulative criminal mastermind in this show, and by the end she winds up with hypnosis powers for some reason.
Will you do anything I ask?
Yes.
She never wears a costume, but in the last episode she wears a red and black outfit that's a definite shout-out. Speaking of shout-outs, there's a blink and you'll miss it Harley cameo in an episode of Arrow.
Do you cuties need some counseling? I'm a trained therapist.
This is bullshit. It's bullshit because I started watching Arrow for Harley Quinn because I saw the clip online of like the back of her head and like hearing her like f***ing accent, and then they just took it from me. Also, apparently Barbara Keene is supposed to be Gotham's version of Harley, but besides the fact that she's a blonde bisexual woman who loves violence, I don't really see it. Finally, we've got Harley's big break, 2016 Suicide Squad. Say what you will about the movie, I like it, but it put her on the map.
Hey. Hey, come on.
What? I saw it move. See? I flinched, I think.
Everyone, because I like Suicide Squad. I don't know, everyone like shits on it and it's like popular to shit on, but it did what it was supposed to do, which is introduce all these characters. It just had a bad plot. Her costume took inspiration from all her previous looks. The diamond patterns from her traditional outfit show up on her tattoos and in a swanky nightclub outfit in a flashback. And the dyed pigtails from Arkham are back in full force. For a costume, she's mostly wearing torn up civilian clothes and a gaudy satin jacket. It's not the first image that comes to mind when you think of a supervillain, but the punky outfit matches the grimy gangster Jared Leto Joker. I think my favorite part of Suicide Squad was a tiny glimpse of her Jester costume that she sees in like in a vision, mainly because it was a clear shout out to the Alex Ross painted cover of her comic debut. So not only is it a reference to her first canon appearance, but the contrast between the comic book spandex and her trendy new clothes shows how much she's matured as a character in the movie. Task Force X gave her a purpose in life, away from the Joker's control. She gets back with him at the end, but they planted seeds of hope that she might be more independent by Gotham City sirens. Across all mediums, Harley Quinn has evolved far beyond her origin as a one-note joke in a cartoon show. From surviving her abusive, complex relationship with the Joker, to finding strength in her relationship with Poison Ivy, and becoming her own person, it's some of the best development a character has ever received in comics. Harley Quinn's growth is exactly what makes her so compelling and what makes her my favorite. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Harley Quinn is my favorite, obviously. I want to know what your favorite version of Harley Quinn is. Like, is it the New 52 version? If it's the Arkham Asylum, Suicide Squad? Let us know in the comments, and also let us know who we should cover next on Yellow Spandex. So please subscribe to Now This Nerd. Thanks.